What's up, daddies? Tired of the same old drinking games? Step up your beer game with Shotgun Roulette, the ultimate party device where every click could be your moment to chug. Load a can, take turns clicking, and let fate decide who drinks. It's part strategy, part suspense, and all fun. Whether you're at a tailgate, barbecue, or just hiding in the garage from your family, Shotgun Roulette brings the danger, the honor, and the beer. Grab yours now at shotgunroulette.com and use promo code DADVICE for 10% off. Shotgun Roulette. One click, one chug, one champion.
What's up, daddies? Welcome back to another episode of the Bad Dadvice podcast. Our episode today is brought to you by our good friends over at Bierstick. 2 beers in 2 seconds. If you want to get your own Bierstick product, use our promo code DADVICE, D-A-D-V-I-C-E, at checkout for 20% off. And if you want to see what a Bierstick is, if you have not been listening to this podcast for the last 30 plus episodes and you don't know what a beer stick is, check us out on YouTube, and our friend over here, Ryan, is going to demonstrate what a beer stick looks like. It is a apparatus which you can quite literally chug 2 beers in 2 seconds. It's great for cruises, great for weddings, great for parties.
Very nice.
We know from experience.
Oh, it couldn't be any better for cruises.
Couldn't be any better.
Couldn't be any better.
The only
Or
thing
weddings.
that might be better is our friend's Bro Coaster. This is a pressure plate. Oh, sorry. Do I need to say the tagline?
Oh, ready, set, drink.
Ready,
baby.
set, bro.
Coaster.
Coaster for bros. It's a pressure plate beer drinking apparatus that times your chugs. And our good friend Ryan over here is going to demonstrate.
No, that's all me, baby.
Jaime's doing this one.
I just wanted you to do 2 beers back to back. What a Bro Coaster is all about.
I thought you were going for the record.
We have, I was going to go for the 6 beer episode record, but I chickened out 10 seconds in. Again, check us out on the YouTube so you can see what a Bro Coaster is all about. Our show PR is a 2.1 second chug that's set by Ryan Roberson. And Jameson Cardwell steps up to the
Dude,
tee.
I hold a lot of records in this freaking household.
He goes, this feels good. This feels good. Be strong.
That was not good.
I was afraid to put it down.
Well, 2.8. It wasn't as good as we thought. I think Robo has a little bit better technique, but hey, you know, Jaime, you'll get there.
And I'm fairly confident that he overfilled that beer a little
Yeah, it
bit.
might have been more than a 12er. Because we are drinking.
I was looking at like where that 12-ounce line is, and he was definitely above it.
And of course, the reason it was more than a 12-ouncer is that we were drinking some empty calories from our third and final sponsor of the episode, VooDoo Brew Pub, located in the heart of
Duval.
It is a friendly family brewery that has delicious home-brewed, tasty beer. Balls, Battlestar Galactica. Check them out. They have been a sponsor. They've been a very proud sponsor of the podcast, keeping us drunk since last year.
Yeah, and if you ever do
No,
go
not that
to the
long.
one in Duval,
Since earlier this year.
Earlier this year.
if you ever do go to the one in San Marco, say hi to our favorite bartenders, Bailey and Seth. Seth hooked us up today. The growler
Daddy
could not have
like.
been more
Daddy
full.
like.
Ooh, daddy likes.
You didn't need to play it after I just did it.
I don't know. I felt like I needed to. It's been a while.
Shout
we
out,
took a
Seth.
couple weeks off. I know you guys are wondering why we took a couple weeks off. Maybe we'll get into that. Maybe we won't. But I think it's time for some updates.
So, anybody got any updates?
Yeah, I've got an update.
Oh boy, do I have an update for you.
Somebody give me a mother flippin' update.
I'm on vacation.
Yeah, buddy.
Now, for the next 2 weeks, I'm on vacation. And in honor of that, I don't drink a lot of beer on this podcast, but these guys had a beer, and I have a beer in my hand.
Down the hatch, bro. Down the hatch.
I think it has to go down the hatch.
Put it on the Bro Coaster.
I could do about chip my tooth or something.
I'm gonna come.
To the 4th of July, I will be flying to Canada on the 4th of July.
Oh, Saskatchewan, eh?
The best day to travel to Canada On the 4th of July. Nobody's going out of the
Yeah,
country.
when everyone's shooting fireworks at the friggin' planes.
So I'm drinking my 4th of July
What are you
beers
talking about?
tonight.
Oh yeah,
Oh man, that's awesome.
it fires me up to see Trey drink a beer.
This guy hasn't had a beer since Nam.
That was probably 2 points.
Love that.
Delicious.
You know what's funny is my kid does the same exact thing whenever he drinks out of his cups, especially if he like gets. You know, the kids always like their parents drink better.
Hold on. I fucking absolutely love it when you try and get us back on topic.
No. I'm not
No,
trying to
dude,
get us
this
on
is
topic.
you getting us back on topic. Go ahead, continue.
No,
I'm
fuck it.
sorry.
We
Get us
can
back
talk
on
about whatever we
topic. Get us back on topic.
No, it has nothing to do with that. But he made the and every single time like my kid drinks out of like his cup, or like if Tiff has like a straw cup and he drinks out of it, he just looks at her and just goes
That's pretty funny.
every
My
single
kid,
time.
when the swim teacher showed up last week, not tonight, he had swim lessons tonight. When she showed up last week, he was like standing at the front door, and he's looking out the door, and he just goes, "I'm freaking out." It was so. I look at Megan, and I was like, "Yo, that was so funny." It was like perfectly clearly enunciated. I'm freaking out. I'm like trying to get him to do it again. He won't do it. He just laughs. He like won't do it. It's very funny.
What was he freaking out about?
Swim lessons.
Swim
Like the swim teacher showed up, so he like knew that he was about to do swim. So like Miss Rachel is her name. So he like runs to the front door. He's like waiting. I'm freaking out. It's like so self-aware. It's like so funny.
Hell
Oh
yeah.
man, yeah, it's good. You guys heard him crying at in bedtime. Now I think he like now knows that there are cameras, that like we know that he's in there because he's talking, like he knows. So like what he'll do is he'll go, "Mama, I want water," and then like that won't work, and then he'll be like, "I have to go pee." Like that won't work. You go, "I have to go poop," and you're like, "Fuck you, dude!" Like I'm like, are you seriously like playing? Are we like playing chicken, right? Or
Yeah.
are you coming at me like are you actually gonna shit yourself right now?
He's definitely aware of the cameras because like my kids are aware of the cameras in the room. So it's
Yeah.
like they know.
But he's like using it like a tool for his advantage.
He's like,
Oh, yeah.
He's like, one day he's gonna call your bluff, and
he's
he's
gonna
he's gonna pull his pants down, and just shit right in the crib.
He
Right
takes
in
his
the
pants off like every nap now. He's like he likes to sleep like he's like Winnie the Pooh's at every nap. You know?
just shirt.
He's going like just shirt, like no shorts. like sometimes he'll like be sitting in his room and he'll be like playing with his peeper, and like I'll just look over and be like, "What are you doing?" And he'll go, "Ah!" he'll laugh.
Little does he know that it's just gonna be like that
You
for
go
the
like,
next
For
like,
the
30, 40 years.
Dude,
for the next 70.
wait till his
years.
balls drop 10 years from now, right? I mean,
Whoa, listen. That's still.
Jaime thought
that
his
still
balls
blows
dropped
my
when he was 10 years old. That's an inside joke from 12 episodes ago.
I had no idea. It freaked me out. I had a 2 months old or something like that. I thought he had a tumor.
You're like
Thought he had 2 tumors.
right. You didn't realize that balls dropped.
Yeah, it's not like I'm in medical field or anything. That's crazy.
Dude, that's so funny. Sorry, I think I interrupted somebody. Was somebody saying something important?
I don't know.
I mean, were you
but
trying to get
that's
us back on track?
That's a sick jersey you got there.
Ospreys, baby. Swoop.
That thing is
This is
pretty
a UNF club hockey jersey. Shout out. The Jacksonville Sharks, arena football team in Jacksonville, played as the Ospreys. And they all wore like hockey jerseys to the game. And so I saw all these and I was like, yo, this is sick. How do I find this? So I don't know what the website's called. It's called like Verbo or something. I don't know. But if you want to grab one of these and support the team, they are sick.
Like the
sublimated. I think that's what that's called.
What is it? Oh,
I think it's called a sublimated.
sublimated. The
I
jerseys
think
are
that's it.
sublimated.
I don't think it's Verbo because I'm pretty sure that's like an Airbnb website.
Yeah, it's not Verbo.
Yeah.
It's like Verbero or something like that.
The ones that the Sharks players showed up with though were like the nice like stitched, like those were freaking dope.
Yeah, there's some, but there's
That's
yeah
what
they
I
got.
wanna
Well, this
find.
is the goalie jersey. That's like a
Yeah, that
like a
makes
different
sense.
style or whatever.
Oh.
Yeah, go with the big sleeves.
Speaking of sports, is this not the shittiest time of year for sports?
Are you kidding me, dude? We got mid-season baseball,
Oh baby,
pre-All-Star break, mid-season baseball.
let's go.
Yeah,
Hey, we
it's
got
rough.
It's like every weekend. It's like, all right, what do I want to fall asleep to? Is it baseball or golf? And then the worst part is the only other thing I got right now is Formula One, and in a couple weeks they go on summer break.
Yeah.
So I got
The only
nothing.
The only saving grace so far for the sports season has been that there's been a lot of action going on with like teams with trades and this and that, and it's like it's kind of keeping you on your toes a little bit, but like as far as actual action going, there's fucking.
Well, like that's how like the NFL and the
I need to
NBA
check my friggin' parlay.
The NFL and the NBA dominate off season like this time with NBA free agency. Everybody's signing. Yo, what the fuck? Who's like
LeBron,
didn't
52 million.
Didn't what's his face just sign for like 70 million annual a year? What the heck's his name? SGA, right? Like
Bobby Bonilla?
SGA just signed for 70 million a year.
Yeah.
The supermax in the NBA is 70 million.
And in case you guys were wondering out there, Bobby Bonilla still has 10 years on his contract.
That's crazy.
You know what's crazy?
Retired 20 years ago?
You ever looked at how many contracts are actually like that? So like he's like
he was the first.
He's like the most famous one, but like bro, Steven Strasburg is getting paid till like 2047.
Oh, so he's gonna be the next one that we're
like
Strasburg Day.
He hasn't pitched in like 7 years.
I know, but he actually might deserve the money because he like put the Nationals on the map.
Oh yeah,
he made them relevant.
But like those like deferred contracts are like a big thing now.
Yeah,
a lot of people do it.
Yeah,
that's because you know why?
Shohei.
It's because the people that own these teams are private equity firms, and so the private equity firm wants to come in, sit on the team for 5 years, give everybody a bunch of money, raise ticket sales, raise all the metrics, dump it. I think like 7 NBA teams or something like that have sold in the last like 5 years. Like some crazy number of teams is selling. Like there's a team selling every year. The Celtics sell after winning a championship. Like what? That's crazy.
Someone's gonna get stuck holding the bag.
Yeah, private equity is pretty scummy. If you ever look into like leveraged buyouts, like what they did to like Toys R Us and Joann Fabrics and like all these, these companies, right? You go like, oh, well, Toys R Us was a failing company. No. What a private equity firm does is they come in, they borrow money. Let's just say they borrow, let's say they borrow $1 million for an example, right? They will put up $200,000 of their money and borrow $800,000. But who pays the $800,000 back? Toys R Us does. So Toys R Us now has debt on their books for nothing. The private equity firm has no debt on their books. And then they say, okay, Toys R Us, thanks for taking that on. Now you take on more debt so that you can pay special interest dividends back to the private equity firm. Private equity firm gets the special interest dividends to pay themselves back. Let's say they get $400 in special interest dividends. So now the private equity firm has doubled their money. They're done. They don't care, right? Now they sell Toys R Us has $1.2 million in debt, and then they just sell it off for scraps. Give themselves more special interest dividends with the money that they made, and then bankruptcy, and you're gone. It's pretty gnarly. And the real scummy part about it is that the banks that loan them the money, you go, well, wouldn't the bank just not loan them the money? That's like a logical response, right? No, they do loan them the money. Why?
They make money.
Because they package the loan and sell it to pension funds and so they're taking the loan and collateralizing it in a debt obligation. So a CDO, collateralized debt obligation. They're slicing up the loan into small pieces, and then they're selling off those tranches as like high, medium, low risk investments. Exactly what they did with mortgages in the 2008 financial crisis. The only reason this isn't as bad is there aren't credit default swaps, and it's not as big of an industry. It's not going to like collapse everything. But they are going to collapse everyone that works at every one of these firms. Like if you work at Joann Fabrics, you're out of job. You work at Toys R Us, you're out of job. And ultimately the owner of those funds, some of them hit and some of them don't. Maybe they net out and they pay out some money. So the pension funds don't really care. But it's just like decimating institutions that have been around forever. And the private equity firms make money. The pension funds, if enough of them stay afloat for long enough, like the pensions don't really care that much. But it's like all the workers get like completely shafted.
I love that we started this as like a dad podcast, and we're turning into that guy on TikTok that like exposes like private equity firms. Have you ever seen that guy with the long hair? He just like he goes down the grocery store aisles and he like is like, this is owned by BlackRock. This is owned by BlackRock. This is owned by BlackRock. This is owned by BlackRock.
Yeah, everything's owned by BlackRock and State Street.
Yeah,
it's pretty crazy.
It's wild how much they own.
It's really like not even. It's like really weird. They just own everything.
Yeah.
They own a little bit of everything.
Yeah, I was gonna say, or they own like a portion of everything.
Yeah. There's like 3 companies that own the entire world.
It's very weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But SoFi stock, it's through the roof. Not an ad.
Love that.
Not financial advice.
Love that.
Yeah. So, as I'm sure you guys have figured out by now, our buddy Abs is not here. He went on a little cruisy poo.
A little cruisy poo.
I know he talked about that. Did we ever figure out if he bitched out on taking one of our products with him? Was he afraid of Janie?
Well, I'm counting 4 bro coasters, a beer stick.
Fuck Abs.
And I would be willing to bet you that the shotgun roulette is here somewhere as well.
Yeah, I'm sure it is.
Yeah.
So yeah, he's
but yeah,
bitch.
he went on a cruise and is in North Carolina now, so he's not here. Last week, that was last week, right?
I don't know what you're gonna
What are
say.
you gonna say?
We went on our trip to Epic Universe.
How would I know? That was last week, right? Motherfucker.
Well, I pointed to you, it was an us thing. It was he wasn't there.
But you didn't say it was an us thing. You just said last week. That was last week.
Dude. You know.
Last week. That was last week.
Last week. Yeah. So
Epic Universe.
dude,
Was it
place was
It was epic.
amazing. Mario World and How to Train Your Dragon World, Burke, are unreal.
The quote of the weekend was, "Nothing gets me boned up like logistics."
Yeah.
The hotel that's right next to the fucking park. It's so stupid, but it's like so fucking smart. It's so smart. It's so awesome to finish your day and be like, "Hey, I watched this, the show, the water show at the end," and you're like 20 feet from the hotel. Like if you ever been to, is it Magic? No, which is the water show? It's Hollywood Studios.
Yeah.
But Hollywood Studios has like this water show. When you finish that, you're like way down a ways away from the entrance. You gotta like walk all the way back, all the way to your car, all the way home. It's like by the time you get to your car, it's like, yo, I'm exhausted. Like this was a hard enough day. I did, 17,000 steps or something like that. Like that's how many steps I did in the park day. But at the end of the day, it was like dinner right there. Come out, watch a water show, go home. It was like great. It's like so the logistics of the park, awesome.
2:00 in the afternoon. We had already gotten through the majority of stuff. It was hot as balls in Florida. We went into the hotel, changed, jumped into the pool for 20 minutes, changed back, went back to the park.
Not just that, had a nice little daiquiri at the pool.
Ooh, yeah, we did.
We went to the bar, got a daiquiri, jump in the pool, have the daiquiri, hang out for 25 minutes, back to the park.
Hold
It's
on.
awesome.
Something
That's
else I have
pretty
to say. There is nothing more underrated than a resort having underwater speakers. Totally changes the experience.
There's nothing more underrated than underwater speakers.
Yeah. So this hotel at the pool, if you go under the water, they have speakers that play music underwater, and it's a different station than is playing above water.
You hear the music exactly like it's like perfectly clear as day.
And it is... It's a great experience.
It's really cool.
It's really, really cool. I highly recommend, if you're listening out there, resorts, underwater speakers.
Underwater speakers. If you're listening, resorts.
Resorts World.
Resorts are us. Fucking get underwater speakers.
Private equity.
Private equity.
But yeah, Epic Universe is super cool. Maybe while you're there, pick out a theme park nanny
Theme park
to
nanny.
hang out with your kids.
Did you try it?
No, we didn't need it. No kids.
No kids.
No kids on this
Sick.
trip. It was wonderful.
Tiff's sister, diabetes.
Yeah.
So we got in the front of all the lines.
Shout out to Brittany. She has the beatus type 1. She's not fat. She's actually very not fat. And she got a disability pass.
hit
We
on
got
your
to
wife's
skip all the
sister,
lines. No, she's a sweet lady. She's a sweet lady. And she got us to the front of the lines. So it was great.
Bro, we were going to the front of the line in the middle of the day, hot of the day, heat of the day. Last ride before we went back for the little rendezvous with the pool, we were doing the Donkey Kong Minecart Madness. The queue is outdoors. It's one of the most popular rides in the park. As we're walking to the front through the there's no express line for that line. We got express because of the medical exemption.
Mm-hmm.
Nobody else is in the line. So we're just literally walking from the back all the way to the front of the line, skipping 100% of the line. A man is running like past us to get the attention of the people that are working there. Like, we need medical attention. He goes back. We're walking past. There's like a guy like passing out because he's like heat stroke or something
Jeez.
in the middle of the line as we're walking by. And Carmel just goes like, Sucks to be you. No, that's what he said.
No, I was actually in a real conundrum because I was like, they definitely thought I was a weirdo just trying to watch because like I went past.
That's because you were rubbing your nipples.
I saw the guy.
Pants were around your ankles.
I saw the guy, and I like.
You're like, no, you don't understand. I'm a doctor. What the fuck, dude? Can you stop rubbing your nipples?
No, I saw the guy, and I like peered over the banister, and I was like, "Is he good? Are they doing like chest compressions or anything?" And I saw him like open his eyes, and he was like talking and stuff. I was like, "Nah, he's good." And then I kept walking, and then I was like, "Was he good?" So I went back, and I peered over the banister again. I was like, "Yeah, no, he's good." And then I kept going, but I never said anything about like being in healthcare. I was like, so they definitely thought I was just some dude that just wanted to watch some guy that was passing out.
Carl pulls out his wallet and he goes, "No, trust me. There's definitely a medical card here somewhere.
Medical card.
No, trust me. I have a license somewhere." Is it behind the first David Buster's card or the second David Buster's card?
Shut the fuck up.
Behind
dude.
his Dick's card.
My room's to go card.
Sorry, let me pull out my dicks real quick. What, sir? Can you just leave us
You're
alone?
definitely weird, bro.
This man is dying. Could you just leave us alone? Could you please?
Oh shit.
Fuck you guys, man.
No, but the park was awesome. There was a lot of the best ride in the park. Abs won't do it because it's scary, but it's the
Frankenstein.
Frankenstein's monster kind of. I don't know what it's called. So the theme is like Victoria Frankenstein. Frankenstein comes in. They're like the good guys. They're her little henchmen, and they're like trying to like basically like defeat all of these classic monsters. Swamp Thing, Mummy, Dracula. Dracula's like the main bad guy. But it's not screens. It's all like true animatronics.
Like
It's
heavy duty, like really realistic animatronics.
It's
Yeah.
fucking sick. Like if you haven't done a ride in a long time, you're like used to, like It's a Small World. You're like, okay, let's do this thing. And you're like, get on this. It's fucking wild. Like the ride vehicle is like a claw arm that like flips your vehicle like all over the place. So like most of the ride, you're like laying on your back, like your feet dangle.
Mm-hmm.
And you're like, it like flips you backwards. So you're just like laying on your back looking up at like the fucking, I don't know, like the wolf man, like lunging at you. It's fucking crazy. It's awesome. Such a great ride. And all the little kids don't do it. So it's like, there's like not really that long of a line either.
Yeah.
I think we did just the regular queue. It was the only ride we did the regular queue in. And it was like not long at all, which was awesome.
Yeah, it's pretty great. It's basically like Halloween Horror Nights, just year round. And it's like he said, it's way too much for kids, and they got a pretty badass little tavern in the back.
Yeah.
It's like a flaming windmill.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and then like there's like paid actors that are there that are like monster hunters, and they like are in character. Like you're like in like this like tiny little tavern, and like come up and like introduce themselves. They're like they like tell stories to like add to the theme of the land, and they're like themed as like monster hunters. And I just was like, so is this like a rogue monk vibe you got going on here, like a D&D reference? And the guy, I could tell the guy was like, he like knew what D&D was,
Yeah.
but he wasn't allowed to break character. And he was just like kind of like smirked like a little bit, then like got back into character, and he was just like, "You better hope you don't need me later." And he like walked away. But he got a kick out of that.
Yeah. But so while we were on our trip, what were you doing? Were you hanging out, just chilling with the twins, or what?
Yeah. I mean,
I saw you had a little PE gym party.
it did. We
Shout out to the
PE
beginning
Gym,
of everything.
the original sponsor of the podcast,
The OG sponsor.
the OG.
I don't even think I have it on here anymore.
That's because they're not a Spink sponsor.
Yeah, they're
No,
not.
I would love to still have it.
Yeah, we pivoted quick
Yeah.
from like, well, PE, we have New Year's resolutions, to if you sell beer, come on down.
Beer, and can we consume it quickly?
That's crazy.
And barbecue.
And barbecue.
So like, yeah, complete.
Okay.
Yeah. That's,
What the fuck?
what was that?
I accidentally hit a button. We got to save that for later. We got surprises later.
Surprise.
But yeah, went to a PE party. They do like a senior send off kind of thing every year for like any high school seniors that are going away to college. So yeah, free bunch of pizza. Pretty dope. Tony pepperoni pizza. If you've never had it, fucking killer,
Tony P's, dude?
bro.
Dude,
killer.
Tony D's.
Tony pepperoni, dude. Really good.
By the way, a senior send-off means a whole lot different of a thing in a nursing home.
Yeah, but this was a gym.
Jackie Grandma!
So, is that what it means?
Send her off.
So yeah, that was actually a lot of fun. I was exhausted chasing Blake around the whole time. Like, she wanted to like swing kettlebells around and shit. Like,
Nice.
I'm like, dude, just sit down, please. Like for
Yeah.
30 seconds.
A gym, like anything can like
Yeah,
hurt her.
but yeah, they did great. Updates for as far as like the girls go. Like, so we've been working on sharing a lot, like sharing their toys and things like that, because we don't have 2 of every single toy. So we started like, hey, it's Riley's turn, and like counting to 10, like 1, 2, like all the way to 10, and then okay, Blake's turn, and like just kind of show them like, hey, this is sharing. So now when we say, hey, share with Riley to Blake, she'll hand it to Riley, and then she'll put her hand like right up onto her cheek, and she'll go 1, 2, 3, and then she just like leans back and screams until she gets to 10. So it's like, but she'll count to 10, and then at 10, she's running over there and taking the fucking toy. Like,
I wonder if that's a good way to like be like.
It started as like just like, hey, you got
Like
share,
she's-
it's
but like
not
she-
your turn.
Like she's gonna associate sharing with like, I give this to you until I'm gonna rip it away from your fucking hands.
Basically,
motherfucker.
yeah.
Hey, can you share your toys? You go, great, because I wanted to eat that sandwich later. So fuck
Yeah.
you. Yeah, I'm eating it.
Yeah. So yeah, it's like really funny to watch, but it's like super cute the way like every time she hands something to Riley, she goes 1, 2, and then like you just give her something else and she like loses her train of thought.
Yeah.
The other thing is, speaking of your Ospreys jersey, we can look at the girls now and go, and they go Ospreys.
Whoa.
Yeah.
Nice.
So we've
Nice.
got them cheering for the old Ospreys already.
You gotta get a swoop out of them.
We tried, but when I was trying to do it, like they still can't like reach above their head.
Wow.
So it's
Big
like,
heads.
yeah, they got massive heads.
Take after the dad.
I'm incredibly smart though, so it makes
Do you think
sense.
that your head is disproportionate to your body?
No. And I got a fat head. Not at all. I think it's actually perfectly proportionate. To
That would be my
Yeah.
big fat ass.
Outside of the kids update that I have is today I was getting ready for work. I had just gotten out of the shower. I'm changing everything, and Emily's like, what's going on here? We found out that we have an active leak inside of our wall in our bathroom.
Ugh.
Yeah. So we had to shut the water off. And that's going to lead to if we're going to fix it, we're going to end up remodeling the bathroom.
Dude,
Is it
bathrooms
behind
are
the tile
hard.
or no?
Yeah.
Okay, I mean like
Yeah, it's
if you're tearing out the tile, it feels like
and I take it back. I shouldn't say it's an active leak because I don't think it's an active leak, but it's definitely like once you turn the faucet, like once you turn the handle to turn the shower on,
yeah.
it definitely starts to leak. So it's not like it's constantly leaking, but it definitely does leak when you open up that valve to let the water out. So it's like I said, at that point, we know we're just going to end up.
It's right at the
remodeling.
it's right at the
Yeah.
hand. Yeah, you might be able to fix that without having to do a whole thing.
I don't really want to, because either way, it's behind tile.
Yeah.
So it's like you're gonna have to open all that stuff up
You're
anyway.
playing a game if you just have.
But that's like I got to rip. That's like I got to rip in my seat in my car. So I have like I put a piece of like
So you bought a new car.
I put a piece of tape on it. So like, I put a piece of tape on this. I had to rip in my seat. We like did a big long trip down to Palm
Yeah.
Beach, and like we got there, like I had to rip. I was like, oh dang, but it's like kind of makes sense. It's an older car and whatever.
Yeah.
You sit on there, my big fat ass, Put a piece of tape on it. I have another rip in my seat, so I put another piece of tape on it, and then there's a rip in the passenger seat. So I'm like, yo, a fucking new car, dude. This is fucking crazy. What am I supposed to drive around in a car with a ripped seat
With a bunch of tape.
with tape on it? What am I, fucking Bojangles? What the fuck's going on here? Right? Sorry, yeah, same story. So I want us to
Yeah.
go spend $150,000 on a car because I have a rip in a seat.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, it's more of like because where we're finding the water is down at the bottom of the wall. So it's like again, we're gonna have somebody come look at it this week. So we're gonna quote out, hey, let's just fix this job, and then hey, maybe while we have them out here and we're in the process of trying to figure all this out and I have some money set aside and things like that, like maybe we just redo the bathroom the way we want to do it. That knocks one of those, items off of our checklist that we want to get done.
Is it a tub shower or just a shower?
Just a shower.
Yeah, you're probably going to, like, rip that wall up, fix it, and then just be like, all right, just don't put the wall back, don't do any cosmetic work, and then you're just going to shower for the next 6 months in a shower with no wall.
No.
Like, exposed piping.
No.
You don't think?
No.
You think you're going to gut the whole thing?
I think I'd have to explain it to you, like, with how our layout is of our bathroom, but
Checking and savings.
checking and saving 7 to 10 business days to transfer money over. So it's like, it's gonna get a little dicey in there.
You might as well just go ahead and do the whole outdoor plans that you had also.
So that's the other thing is we are gonna redo the front yard, not the backyard right now. We're gonna do the front yard. We're gonna replant some planters. We just painted our front door and like the framing of all our windows because our windows are old and they were getting like a really faded brown because it faces east, so it's all like faded away.
Mm-hmm.
So we just repainted all those black, repainted our door like a blackish brown color to kind of match our roof.
If you're going to do the front yard, you got to do the backyard.
Once you do that, you might as well just redo all the flooring and the kitchen. And
right.
So it's like
logically.
Lighting.
Then once you really start to like look at all that and you see the price, just buy a new fucking house.
First, you got to put on a second story, and then you buy your house.
Yeah.
Right.
So, but no, it's crazy. Like just like home ownership projects like that, how quickly they freaking
Second
add
mortgage.
up.
Bro, it's expensive.
Yeah, dude.
It's expensive.
I mean, and it's the good thing is we bought our house in 2020, so it's like we've lived in it for 5 years. Kind of, hey, let's just patch things up. Now that we have some money set aside to be able to do some projects, it's like, hey, this is probably the good time to do it. And I will say this: I am proud of Emily. She talked me out of making a bad financial decision.
You're gonna buy another car?
No, I was gonna lift my truck.
Oh, you didn't end up doing that.
I didn't do it.
Wow.
I'm not doing it anytime soon.
Wow.
Yeah. So we have projects around the house that need to get done, and she's the one who talked sense into me. Because I was like, I'm not fucking leaving. I'm doing it. I'm lifting the truck.
Damn.
And she talked some sense into me and said, no, you're fucking not.
How much was that?
How much was what?
To lift the truck.
It was gonna be like $5,500.
Yeah.
That's a chunk of change.
Yeah. So it's like that's if not all of our bathroom remodel, it's at least a very good portion of it.
And like it's like that's definitely a fun thing to do, but like I think you'll get actual joy out of spending $5,500 on either the kitchen or the backyard or the front yard or the bathroom or the floors or the whatever.
Yeah, and we did talk about today too, because like remember I was telling you guys, and I don't know if I ever told you, Jaime, but like we were looking at like how the projects in our house need to go, like the order of operations kind of thing, and it's like in order to redo the kitchen, you have to redo the flooring in the entire house, and in order to do the windows, you have to redo the kitchen. So it's like once you start a project, it's going to completely fuck up the rest of your house. So it's like we were like trying to figure out how we could do it. Like you can't feasibly do it one piece at a time.
Or it'll really feel like you did it one piece at a time.
Exactly.
I think the problem is not that you can't do it one piece at a time. It's that you would know.
Yeah.
Because somebody would go, wait, why is that window there? And you're going to go, oh, because I had cabinets there before.
Yeah.
So you'd be like, I have two different size windows. And you're like, well, that's because I had a sink and a cabinet. And like that couldn't have.
Exactly.
And you're like, that's stupid. Why would you should have just waited and done it at the same time.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's tough.
So we were talking today about starting a lot of like the labor intensive work in the next like couple of weeks where like we already have concrete floors in a lot of our bedrooms. So we were talking about like, hey, like maybe I start ripping up the flooring in the rest of the house and like making it all concrete so that when somebody does have to come, because that's where a lot of the labor intensive work comes in and like the cleanup fees and stuff that you pay is like having to break up tile, having to break up flooring and throwing it all away and like things like that. Like that's a lot of labor intensive work that
Then
takes
you've
a long
got
time.
the kids in the meantime in the areas.
Here's a pro tip hack. This is what my dad did. He remodeled his bathroom and he demoed the whole thing, but then he threw out all of the debris slowly.
Crumbled it up in his trash can.
In his trash can over time. You're not allowed to do that, right? You have to get a dumpster.
Yeah.
You can't just throw out the
you
construction debris. But he did it's a little bit. It took him a year.
Well,
He's I'm rid of everything. Saved $500 on a dumpster or something. Stupid.
They have those dumpster bags now that you can buy from Home Depot.
Yeah.
And it's $10 for the bag, and it's $40 for them to come pick it up.
Is it I thought there was weight. Is there nothing weight related?
No, it's you fill the bag up.
Yeah.
Yeah, those don't fit a whole lot, though, right?
Yeah, it does. When we bought the house, I demoed a lot of the kitchen stuff.
Yeah, you might be able to do a bathroom.
Oh, for sure you can do the bathroom because I did the kitchen. I threw out an entire freaking 10-foot wall.
Yeah.
You just have to break it up really nice. But you cut it all up and throw it in there. It goes in. There's no weight or anything. They literally show up with a dump truck with a crane, and they pick it up by the handle straps and put it in the.
It's all fun and games till the bottom of the bag rips out.
Oh, that thing ain't
I don't know
ripping.
how, but they don't rip. Yeah.
That thing ain't ripping.
That's wild.
If it didn't rip with the shit I had in there, it ain't ripping.
Yeah, no, they don't. They don't rip.
Yeah.
No, shout out Home Depot.
But yeah, that's what I got for updates right now.
Yeah, that's pretty wild.
What do you have?
I don't got a whole lot.
It was last week.
Last
You don't
week.
think last week we did?
I will say, he's full blown wild toddler. He started having zoomies. I didn't realize that kids got. I thought that was a dog thing, but he will literally just all of a sudden freak out, and he'll just start running around the kitchen, and he'll come to you, start laughing, and he'll run around the kitchen again, and he'll come every time he sees you, he's like, that's great, right? And then he'll run around the kitchen again.
Yeah.
So that's interesting. Also, he has a new love for Simple Plan. We were just playing music on YouTube.
Is that my visible wireless? It's very simple. $40 a month. Not an ad.
Will you quit plugging freaking companies, dude?
Yeah, dude.
Not an ad. It's great. $40 a month. Locked
no,
in for 5 years. No contracts.
No, we
Not an ad.
No family plans.
No family plans.
unlimited
Includes a watch.
unlimited calls to Canada.
Unlimited. No foreign transaction fee. Amex Platinum. Wait, what?
Yeah, we were just playing music on YouTube, and he just, as soon as Simple Plan comes on for some reason, he just starts bobbing his head. He's just rocking out, and he's he loves it. He just loves that 90s, early 2000s rock
is that a
vibe.
band? Simple Plan?
Yeah.
Duh.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's they were in the Avril Lavigne and Sum 41 and all
Simple
that.
Plan?
Yeah.
Is that a band that
Avril
everybody
Lavigne's
knows?
the only name that I knew.
Sum 41 I know, but I
don't
didn't
know
know
Sum
Simple. I
41.
mean, I don't know.
Yeah,
I didn't know Simple Plan.
the whole all the stuff.
I know
that's
Simple Jack.
similar, Simple Plan, Sum 41, Good Charlotte. It was all the same stuff.
You're not saying it?
I'm not saying it.
What are you going to say?
I know Simple Strack.
Oh, my God.
After I just gave her a compliment, she's going to fucking hate me.
Damn, dude. You
I
lost
know.
all those
Blew it.
points.
All of them.
Bank account
Blew it.
wiped.
I just went negative points for saying
That's
that.
crazy. Your bank account just completely wiped. And if your bank account's wiped, go to SoFi. No, I'm just kidding. Not an ad. Not an ad.
We're just gonna be shouting out random ass advertisements that aren't
By
actually
Titleist?
advertised.
No. By Titties.
Sponsored
Yeah.
by Titties.
Tiff got me this hat. It's a
Oh, there
great
you
hat.
go. It's very classy.
Great titty hat. And she also won't let me wear it out in public. So
So just wear it for the internet.
I don't know why the fuck she bought it for me. But
Yeah, at this point, there are tens of people that watch this. You might as well just wear it out in public.
Hundreds.
hundreds.
Oh, there's hundreds of people.
Thousands, actually.
Yeah.
Just wear it in public. Fuck it.
Yeah, we just the 10,000 person clip.
10,000 person clip.
No,
Back in the Saturday sit-in was 100,000 person clip.
100,000.
Boom. Yeah.
Continue.
That's
Go on with the Borophyll.
yeah. So he loves Simple Plan. He gets the zoomies. He's just really in that phase where he's just fucking wild. He climbs all over everything, and that's pretty much it. He's just a dude. He's a dude kid, and
Oh, you know what my kids started doing this week? Dancing to ABBA, Dancing Queen.
That's a Strack song.
They like dance around in the living room now.
Nice.
It's like
If you
funny
told me
see.
to guess one song that was a Strack song, I would say "Dancing Queen" by ABBA.
This is the rotation in my car.
Sounds right.
What's her face look like?
Son of a dancing queen.
Yo, that got me in trouble.
Wait, what? Oh.
That got me in trouble. I forgot about that. Yeah.
What's her face look like?
Yeah.
He's
I'm still gonna avoid this
He
conversation.
got us off this topic. He did a good job of transitioning us. I don't remember what he did.
Strack scares me. So it's nothing against her face. I just don't want to say anything because
To her
I feel
face.
like she could fight me and win.
What is that supposed to mean?
Yeah, what the fuck are you trying to say, dude?
She's fucking scary.
What's that supposed to mean?
Bro, what?
She's an athlete. What are you gonna say now? That's a compliment.
It's debatable.
Jaime wants off this subject. I'll change it for you. The rotation in my car for like when we drive to school, to and from school, like the music that we listen to is just so hilariously obscure. It's one of the songs is "Speak No Americano," which if you don't know, you have to like listen to it. It's like bop. You know that song?
Yeah.
That's all I know. That's one of them. Another one is soundtrack to Harry Potter.
Okay.
Another one is soundtrack to Star Wars.
Okay.
Another one is soundtrack to How to Train Your Dragon. Another one is intro to Spidey and His Amazing Friends.
Mm-hmm.
Another
Great
one
song.
is it's the intro to, it's not Bluey. What's another show that's kind of like that? Paw Patrol.
Okay.
Intro to Paw Patrol.
Dude, my kids aren't into any of like the new age cartoons. You know what they watch all the time and they freaking love it?
Mickey Mouse Clubhouse.
Bear in the Blue House.
Barney.
Oh, wow, nice.
Like,
Landon is
throwback Barney episodes.
Yeah,
Like
Landon is-
Selena Gomez is on them.
She was on.
On Barney, yeah.
Really?
Yes.
What happened?
She
Oh,
was like
Barney.
She was
That's what
like
happened.
4 years old.
Last song, Dueling Banjos.
That's dope.
Dude, he loves it, dude. We go nuts, dude. We get hyped.
I'm gonna start playing that and see if
Landon is
Dude,
all.
he,
girls like
dude, he gets hyped. He gets hyped.
That's another one.
How funny would that be
Mickey
if we
Mouse?
all play that for our kids and then like we come over here for like a pool party and you start rocking dueling banjos and
Dude, the
speakers?
kids love it.
Landon loves Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. That's the other one.
Mm-hmm.
The hot dog song.
I don't know.
Hot dog, hot diggity dog. He's just jamming. He's just jamming. And he
I don't
gets-
know
he
why,
gets
but like
going.
your algo is just so much different than like Ivy's. Ivy's algo is like Spider-Man. That's like his algo. It's like Spider-Man and like Paw Patrol, like the big ones. It's like Spider-Man and Paw Patrol. Maybe we watch a couple movies. He's starting to get into movies now, but like it's not. There's like no obscure. If he gets on something weird, I just get him off it. You know, I might block the channel so he doesn't see it. Like there's one channel now that he wants to watch. It's like the thumbnail is like Spider-Man on a motorcycle or like a couple of motorcycles, but it's like one of those weird like Russian propaganda. Like you know what I'm talking about? Like these like
No.
dude, they're like such weird videos of just like blasts of color and like ragdoll characters getting thrown all over the map or whatever. It's like it's like just like gobbledygook garbage of like a, you know, it's like a ball that like morphs into like a thing, and then like a motorcycle that crashes into like bowling pins, and like just like all of this obscure just like visual stimulus, and he'll like get zonked out on it, and I'm like, yo, I don't know what this is and like how you found this, but I gotta block this channel.
That's like what's the show that got in trouble for that? Like they like it's a really famous kids show on like YouTube and stuff like that. But it was they found that like they switch camera angles like 3 to 4 times more than like every second. It's like changing a camera angle and changing a camera angle. And I don't know why I can't think. I want to say Teletubbies, but it's not. It's
Teletubbies creepy.
Teletubbies is super creepy.
Was it Bananas in Pajamas?
No. I'll think of it
I watched-
after
I
probably
watched
we
that when I
stop
was a kid.
filming.
Yeah, but like the things that people are doing to like get views on these videos, it's like really sick. So like you kind of you should really like be careful and stick to like the big time Blueies and Blippies and like
Toy
those
Story. My kids started
Toy
watching
Stories.
Toy Story.
I think movies are a much better option than some of the stuff that might be like on the iPad, like some of these YouTube videos where it's like give them a story to like pay attention to.
Yeah.
It's like we're watching like he like will lay down at night and like he's watching movies, doesn't like fall asleep, doesn't fuss, doesn't squirm. He just watches like we're watching Shrek right now. He's like let's watch Shrek.
Yeah, like my kids like they love Toy Story, but they're still like young enough to where they'll watch like 20 minutes of it and then they like want to go do something else.
Yeah.
It's funny. Ivy doesn't do that a
It's
lot.
like
He's like he can lock in.
Riley
He's a little
will
maybe.
kind of lock in for a little bit, but like Blake is constantly like
some kids
she'll watch for like 10-15 minutes and then like literally run into the kitchen and start like playing with another toy or whatever, and then she'll run back out and just like look at the TV like, oh, it's still on, like, all right, I'm gonna go do this.
I think that's
thing.
good though.
Coco Melon.
Oh, Coco Melon.
Yeah.
Coco Melon.
That's the one that
What
has
about Swipe or No Swiping? What was that one? Dora.
Dora.
Yeah.
No, pretty much anything. Like, Don't Sleep. Bear in the Big Blue House is so great. All these old like 90s, 2000 shows, like Bear in the Big Blue House is literally just like puppets. Like there's a dude in a bear suit, and then all the little things are puppets, and it's all real slow.
You ever notice that if you describe a kid's show, it
Barney
always
is.
sounds creepy?
Yeah.
If you describe like it's an adult and he's playing with children. What was that?
Hands-on Children's Museum.
The Hands-on Children's Museum.
Yeah.
All right, that's enough updates. I think we have some core to this episode.
We do. I know that we have talked about. Oh, we never talked about the offer is still out on the Bro Coaster. We physically know multiple people that have purchased the Bro Coaster, which currently is on sale. It was $50. It is currently what, 30?
$29.99
$29.99
per the
Damn.
Bro
So,
Coaster TikTok.
if you
account.
send us a video of you beating our times, you're still gonna get $100. So now you're gonna make $20. You're gonna get your beer for free. You're gonna get the Bro Coaster for free, and you're gonna pocket $20. Why not? Why not? And you could send that to baddadvicepod@gmail.com.
What's costing $80?
Well, the
Sick
Bro
Bud
Coaster
Light.
was $50, and then you're gonna buy 24 beers because it's gonna take you 24 tries to beat our record. Obviously.
But if you get 100,
yeah,
you make more than 20.
well, when the Bro Coaster is $29.99,
You make 70.
you gotta buy the beer.
You make 60.
Nah, you're buying more.
I
than
would
that.
be willing to bet that somebody who's buying a Bro Coaster already owns beer,
Owns a beer.
or at least a single.
Really, it's any
Make
beverage.
$70.
Any beverage is acceptable.
Yeah, make $7. Anyways, you can
Like-
send it. You
like
can send your
$7.
video to baddadvicepod@gmail.com. If you aren't into that, you can also send us an audio clip of you asking us for some advice, telling us a funny story, something of that nature, which we have 2 submissions here today.
Have you already listened to them?
I have not. They
Okay.
have been vetted by Megan.
I just want to make sure that we're all having a live.
And this
reaction.
is a recurring segment that we like to refer to commonly as
Would you like to answer a question right at this particular time? Would you like to do that?
What a stupid question that is. What a stupid question.
Game Time.
Nice. Question of the week. We don't have a whole lot of submissions out, but this week we have, because we took a week or 2 off, we have 2 submissions. So send them to us, get on the pod, and with that being said, we were going to react right now to the first one of the 2, and let's see what they got to say.
Hey fellas, really need your advice on this one. So, my wife had our baby, right? Beautiful little girl. Just a miracle, man. But here's where it takes a little turn into swamp magic. Tells me, like right before they wheel her into that C-section, that she wants to keep the placenta. Like it's a party favor. I'm sitting there holding her hand and she's talking about souvenirs. I told her, baby, I left the Yeti at the house. So now I'm panicked, right? But the hospital, bless him, They hand me one of them little gas station coolers. You know, the kind that's got Coca-Cola logos and falls apart if you breathe on it? That thing was supposed to carry a whole human organ. So we take this styrofoam meat wagon home, just riding dirty with a placenta in the back seat like it's a bucket of bait. And then, this is where it gets wild. She finds some gypsy lady off Facebook Marketplace. That's right, not even Etsy, bro. Facebook Marketplace. This gypsy woman shows up in like a Subaru with beads hanging from the mirror and takes it like she's doing a community pickup. She turns the placenta into pills, like homemade vitamins. Now my wife's taking them every day, like it's a prenatal multivitamin from Hogwarts. Says it helps with postpartum and energy and emotions and all that hormonal jazz. Meanwhile, every time I brush my teeth, I catch myself glancing at that corner of the bathroom cabinet, just picturing the placenta in there like it's gonna wink at me or write a poem. It's sitting in my subconscious like a haunted Slim Jim. Have you guys heard of any other dads that had experienced this Joe Rogan experiment? More importantly, do you think I should try one? That's real love. Thanks, fellas.
Is this AI?
That had to be.
Had
Either
to be
that.
AI.
That guy didn't stutter once.
Not one time.
You're not a real person.
It's either that or he is in like a bunker in Afghanistan and he's hiding for his life.
I mean, like, what was that?
I don't know.
Whoever sent that to us, is that like either it's a YouTube clip like that, like somebody did, like they practiced 1,000 times. That was like a minute straight of like perfectly scripted dialogue.
Not one stutter. Yeah, that was.
I need a guy drinking a beer that's like, "Yo, my kid just shit himself.
My kid shit in the sink.
My kid shit his dick. What happened? What do I do now?" That's what I need. This guy doesn't need advice.
He's talking about placenta.
This guy's like, what is this? Like a tryout for like a fucking MTV casting? This guy trying to get on Real World?
What if his wife
Also, saute it in butter and garlic. It'll taste great. Duh.
What doesn't?
I mean,
what if his wife might also be a fan of the podcast and
you think that's a real person? Speaking right there.
It might have been.
None of our audience members are that articulate and that well read to be able to plan and execute a reading of a script that is that precise and detailed.
Yeah.
It's like,
wait, you calling our audience idiots?
No, more lazy than idiots. I mean, Jesus.
Well, I could promise you, I have never heard that before.
You didn't create that.
I swear to God, I did not. We have two.
This isn't like a Brook and Jubal.
Why would I do that and then have a second one ready to go? That's
because you thought the first one would miss.
Oh.
No.
I mean, I believe you, but I'm mad.
I agree though that something's fishy with that.
You agree
one.
butter and garlic.
I agree butter and garlic. That sounds fantastic.
If you were going to
actually.
cook placenta up, how would you cook it?
Saute it.
Sauteed?
Probably paprika.
How would you cook it? Paprika?
No. You got to spice it up.
How'd you cook your steak last night? Paprika. That's our audience right there. You think he's writing a fucking monologue about a placenta?
Bitsy sandwich.
What is this, the Vagina Diaries? Like, what is it?
No, you got
So how would you like your steak cooked? Paprika, my fine sir. What the fuck? Get out of my restaurant.
What's that even mean?
Get out of my restaurant.
You got to get some seasonings. You can't just butter and garlic. You got to spice it up a little bit.
See, this is why we always say you don't get it.
You don't get it.
This is why we say it.
Paprika.
You're talking about paprikaing your steak. Your placenta.
Is that a steak?
I asked you how you would cook it, and you said paprika.
I would probably sous vide it.
Thank you. That's a cooking method. Paprika. Paprika.
Paprika.
Sous vide it with
You a paparican?
Sous vide it with a nice reverse sear. That's what I would.
Are you a paparican?
Paparican.
Those damn paparicans.
What have you ever heard of somebody taking their placenta home, turning it into pills?
Yes.
With a.
I think that's a real thing.
Yeah, that is a real thing.
Yeah.
Yes.
If Megan wanted me to eat the placenta, I would say no.
It is supposed to help with like postpartum stuff, apparently.
I would say no, but if she was like, "Yo, can you cook me up some placenta?" I'd cook it up. I don't know what I'd do. Make a lasagna out of it. I don't know.
Paprika.
Put it in some like spaghetti sauce.
Paprika. Duh.
What is like the consistency? Is like liver? Like what's the consistency?
I would assume that it's probably fairly similar.
Or is it like
It's
a
filled
case?
with blood.
I don't know what it is. Like I don't even know what it looks like. Is it like a casing of a sausage? Like what is? Because I don't know how. Like if it was that, I just like deep fry it and like make it like some crispy chips or something, right? I don't know what it. What is it? What is the consistency? What's the viscosity?
I feel like it's a blood sac.
Do you have no idea?
No, it's a blood sac.
Okay, so
it's what feeds your baby. It connects to the uterus and it feeds the baby.
Blood
the
sausages.
nutrients.
Those are good. Did you just wrap it like a sausage?
Did
Did you just wrap it like a sausage?
Yeah.
Hot dog?
Is it like a hot dog? Should I put it on a bun and slather it in some relish?
Ooh.
Ooh.
Can we go to the next one?
Okay, so the first one was clearly AI or something.
Yeah.
Something fishy about that. If this one isn't a real person, I need to put out a challenge to the audience to be real. Send us a real clip about a real thing with a real person.
Cardwell send you $100.
If this sounds exactly like
I can't keep sending people. I haven't sent.
You haven't sent a
anybody
single person $100.
if this sounds exactly like the other guy,
Itching to send somebody $100.
I would be upset if this is like very AI. I'm going to be upset. But let's hear.
All right.
Hey guys, this is Nick. I'm a soon-to-be dad. Not sure if you've experienced this yet, but I'm sure we all will. My question is, how do you guys handle, or how do you think you will handle, when your kid does something bad or says something bad, but it's actually hilarious? Love the podcast. Thanks.
This is real.
Yeah.
Nicholas, you're real. I appreciate you. It's a Rubaru. I mean, we assume. I think we know who that is, right?
Yeah, it sounds like a Rubaru.
Sounds like him.
You guys have any? I mean, I'm sure we have examples of this.
I laugh. My kids say fuck shit. They say all of it all the time. It's hilarious.
I haven't gotten there yet.
What's really funny, like, because he said if they say or do something bad, so like when they like hit Emily or they hit me, whoever is the other person has to like try to control their laugh, because like if you laugh, they just keep doing it.
I don't think
They think
Ivy
it's
has
funny.
done anything that's so egregious that if I laughed and he did it again, that it would be like, that's despicable. Like, if he hits me in the face, I immediately go, that's not okay.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I don't. If he
Really?
hits
Nothing?
Megan, if he hits Megan in the face or kicks, we immediately go like, that's not okay.
When he threw the ball at Tiff's face when we were hanging out with.
Yeah, I'm good with that. Throw the ball in somebody's face. That's cool. That's totally cool. No, like there's definitely stuff he does that like isn't great. Like it's not like a perfectly angelic child.
Yeah.
But like if it's throwing the ball or something, if he throws a ball and it's like not a soft ball, it's immediately like, that's not okay.
Yeah.
It's not okay. If it's a soft ball and he's throwing it around, it's like, all right. But then you got to make sure you grab and go, hey, this is the deal. Like it has to be a soft ball. Do you understand? Okay, good. If you do something bad, I'm going to scold you for it. I can think of maybe like a couple times where he's like done something a little funny and like Megan has tried to hold a laugh back, but usually I'm pretty good at like not laughing when I know it's like time to discipline.
There's been times where, like, actually the ball example. So like, we have like a little ball pit in our house too. So like they'll throw the balls from the ball pit, and like we got them to like start playing catch with us and things like that. We also have like little tiny ones that go in like one of those things that it's just like boop 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 and like goes all the way to the bottom. Those are like hard plastic ones, and they're not like a squishy material or anything like that. Like they are hard plastic. Blake has started to pick those up and throw them. So like we have to tell her immediately once she throws it, like no kind of thing, and like let her know like, hey, don't throw this one. So the other day she picks one up, throws it, hits the back sliding glass door, and Emily's like, Blake, no. And Blake turns and looks at her and goes, no.
No.
Like to Kim and Matumbo Road. I was like,
he's got Matumbo.
No way.
Bro,
That's pretty funny.
It was the funniest thing ever. And like, I started laughing. And Emily's like, dude, don't fucking laugh. I'm like, that's funny, bro. Like,
Yeah, it's funny.
she's
man.
like, then go in the room and laugh. So it's like, if you're gonna laugh at the situation, I think personally that like the parent who is like not the one that is in the right mindset to be the person scolding needs to like remove themselves from that situation.
Just physically disassociate.
Yeah, like go into another room or like walk around the corner or something where they can't see you laughing. Because like they're kids, man. Like they see you laughing, they assume like, well, dad says it's okay. You know what I mean? So like that's what I try to do is like I try and like disassociate from that situation.
The only thing that Landon does, because he obviously doesn't do a whole lot of talking or anything like that right now, he punches the shit out of the dog.
Yeah, Ivy does too.
Just like he doesn't understand petting yet, and he will just punch the shit out of Rocket.
No, I don't laugh though. Do you laugh at that?
No.
You think animal cruelty is funny?
No, but yes, but it's no. It's sometimes
okay, Mike Vick. Jesus Christ.
No, it's usually not funny, but sometimes it's like it's more of like a we're like, oh, pet. He'll do like a pet, and it'll be like a pet, and then all of a sudden he's just like hammer fist, and it's kind of funny, but it's like, no, don't do that, and yeah, paprika.
Can we talk about the placenta again? I look, I get it. Sometimes weird things happen. You think it's funny, shouldn't be funny. Like that definitely happens.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not here to judge that. Like you think animal cruelty is funny. I mean, like that's your thing. Like I would never do it. I would never think that striking an animal is a thing to laugh about. It's no laughing matter in my household. But you know, I understand somebody like you would laugh at an animal in pain. That makes sense. Total sense. No, it's Ivy punches the dog because he sees us do it. So like you know, we're punching the dog all the time.
You kick my dog.
If you know one thing about Pitch, it's that she humps everything.
I've been humped 3 times.
She
since
humps.
I got here.
If you get a pillow that looks like a leg, she's humping it. And you're like, dude, there's nobody over there. Like, so you have to kind of push her off.
Mm-hmm.
No, hey, no, get off, no. And that's all he sees everybody do. So he does the same thing, and he doesn't know like what's the correct amount of force or like how to know how to deal with the dog. So he does the same thing. Usually I don't laugh about it, but it's hard because it's not about me laughing. It's like he sees us do it, and so he's doing the thing because he sees us do it. That's how he like everything that he does is like a learned behavior. Yeah. Not a lot of words that are learned words, like learned phrases, but definitely a lot of you know the phrase that he does know. When I send a text message, Siri says like done at the end, and he like always repeats it, and he like times it perfectly and says it at the same time. Yeah, he knows like if I like he'll repeat what Siri's about to say on CarPlay.
That's fun.
Because it'll be like calling dad or something. He'll be like calling dad. Like he knows that's coming. He knows the words to Siri.
That's funny.
Yeah, well, that was pretty good. We got one legit, and then one either someone's afraid to, be real, or they just posted a.
I heard somebody click a mouse. I think it's like a recorded video or something, like a YouTube video.
Maybe it's one of our Canadian listeners. Maybe they're just like
that polished.
Maybe
if you're that polished and you're listening to this podcast, stop and go solve a problem in the world. Like go do a thing with your be valuable to society. Go solve cancer.
Yeah.
Go solve global warming. Go be Greta Thunberg.
Speaking of which, did you see there's like some doctors at UNF that just like got like some grant or something from the government because they've been doing cancer research and they think they can make cancerous cells non-cancerous cells?
This sounds like this sounds like a plot to like a funny movie.
No, I'll find.
How about this fact? Jamison Cardwell is his name. It's also the name of a freshman on the UNF basketball women's team.
Yeah.
Bro, you're not even going to be the best Jamison Cardwell.
No, it's Jamie Cardwell. Sorry, Jamie Cardwell.
No, it's Jamison.
No, it's Jamison.
Oh, is it Jamison?
Yeah.
What? It's even better.
You're not even going to be the best Jamison Cardwell.
Bro, you are pulling a Juana man on us, and I want to know the details of this made-for-TV movie.
Yeah, I don't know, but
you should sponsor her scholarship.
You 100% should pay her an NIL.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hi, I'm Jamison Cardwell.
I'll tell you what.
And I'm Jamison Cardwell. Watch the Bad Dad Advice
if
podcast.
If she drops 20 points in a game,
Could
give
the
her
Bad Dad
$100.
Advice podcast sponsor her? Yes. Question answered.
I'll tell you what.
Just ask her to post on her social media like once a week about our podcast.
I'll tell you what. If the current Jamison Cardwell sends us a video of her doing a bro coaster,
when she's 21,
I'll send her $100.
So speaking of sending $100, Alex Lodies, right? That's his name. He just won the Player of the Year. Like, what did he just win? The Dick Hauser or something?
He was like, he was the Dick Hauser Award winner. I think he finished like 4th in the voting for like the Golden Spikes Award.
Absolute stud college baseball player at FSU. He was at UNF, our alma mater. Shout out, Osprey, Swoop. We rep their merch all the time. I gave that little fucking shit $100 in the locker room before he left. I said, "Don't leave," and it was a joke. Obviously, that was like before NIL. I think I don't remember. I'm a bad booster, and I gave him $100, and I was like, "Yo, use it for whatever you want, but like you're not allowed to leave." And like people were like laughing and giggling, whatever. And that motherfucker still left. He owes me $100. Fuck you, Alex Lodies. Fuck you, dude. You're gonna fucking go be like some big shot fucking.
I hope that's the clip that makes us go viral.
Fuck this kid, dude. This clip's gonna go viral in like 10 years when he's like the fucking MVP of the league.
Yeah.
I fucking gave you $100, dude. You're ineligible for fucking whatever you get. Fuck you, dude. Ineligible. NCAA violations. Back in my day, you'd be on a plane back to Peter Bragan. You remember him? He's the owner of the Suns.
The owner of the Suns.
He would give us money when we threw BP under the table.
Yeah.
We go out and throw BP for the
Bro,
annual.
my arm hurts so bad after
Yeah,
that.
we would go to the Suns, the Jacksonville Suns, and we would throw BP for the season ticket holders.
Yeah.
And at the end of that, we'd all be like,
I think that's why I had shoulder surgery.
Probably. We'd be exhausted, but then he'd hand us like $500.
Yeah.
He'd be like, "You guys split it, do your thing." I'd be like, "Yo, this is sick. I don't care about NILs. I don't care about ineligibility."
Dude, I missed all the good shit. I got in there 2 years after you guys. We didn't do any of that shit. The year that I got there, we stopped doing bad beer night and freshman initiation. And then now they got the NCAA settlement.
Cardwell going, Haze me. And I went, "I think we're done, guys. I think
Bro, put the Oreo in my butt.
Seriously, dude, I brought the celery. I got cream cheese too." And you're like, "What are you talking about, dude? Are you making a salad?" "No, you can stick it all in my butt." What? What do you think college is?
Don't forget.
I thought this was just like you stick stuff in butts. How else am I going to be a part of the team, guys?
Don't forget the paprika.
How else can I be on the team unless you stick stuff on my butt? What? Who the fuck are you, dude? What are you doing? Don't you have the yips? Yeah, I can't throw a baseball, but you can shove the celery stalk up my ass. What? What the fuck are you talking about, dude? Oh man, hazing in college was the best. Yeah, we stopped it. You're welcome.
Yeah, I was ready for it.
We're supposed to do all this celery now.
No, seriously.
I still got the celery.
I got carrots too.
I had ants on a log for fucking months.
Listen, motherfuckers, I got carrots and celery. So either we're eating some chicken wings, I'm making a salad, or you're shoving it up my ass.